Hello, ladies and gentlemen, treasures and gems, gender fluid, non-binary, and everything else in between. Welcome to another stream. I am your host this evening, the one, the only, the Null Control. Woo, and I am getting some serious heavy lag all of a sudden. The second I started my stream, it's just such terrible lag. This is pretty intense. But that's okay, that's okay. We can work through this. I wonder if it's just like a bitrate issue. But hello, everybody. You know what? We're not going to worry about it yet. We're going to start this stream off strong. We're going to start it good. And let's say hi to everybody in the chat, shall we? First off, we have Bunbear. Hello, Bunbear. I see P-Tex putting late cat. Listen. I said I was going to be late. I put it in the Discord info in the events. And the stream schedule said 7:30. Bah. But, I guess it is a little bit later than my normal time. But I kind of got wrapped up in some IRL stuff. I was doing some laundry, trying to be a responsible adult and all that jazz. By the way, how is my audio? Is it coming through okay? Is the music too loud? Am I too soft? You can let me know. I'll be happy to adjust whatever it needs to be. Today we're rocking a strong vibe. We still got our big corpo shirt on. Very important, very apropos, very fuck big corpo energy. As always. Let's see here now. Glacier, hello. We see Glacier, Bunbear, Fenrir, Forgotten Moon, and P-Tex. Okay, all good. It sounds great. Hell yeah. And there's no like bitrate issue, right? Like there's no like data transfer issue with the stream. Everything looks good. Because admittedly, I am getting some really intense data compression to my wireless headset. And I'm not entirely sure. You know what? I wonder, because my Alexas were acting weird too. I wonder having the Palworld server running 24/7 if my router doesn't need a reset at some point. But you know what? We're gonna muscle through this stream because we're here now and I'm feeling good. And even with my crunchy visuals that are happening, if you can all see me clearly, then at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Looks fine? All right, you know what? If it looks fine, it looks fine. And we'll keep the show rolling. I'm not too stressed about it. So, all my lovely gems, I know that I was not here last week, which I apologize for, but I kind of did mention it at the stream before that I wouldn't be here. 2 weeks ago, I said that I wouldn't be here for the last week's Monday. You know what? I'm explaining this terribly. My point is, I wasn't here last stream, in which case I am very sorry, my gems. But I was away. I was in Boston. I was in the land of the Eagles and the guns. I'm kidding. America is much more than just that. But I was in Boston. It was a hell of a good time. I was out there because my work flew me out there. And it was very lovely. I have a lot of things to talk about it, a lot of things that I need to say about it, because I had a hell of a good time. Obviously, I can't talk too much about it because, you know, all very hush-hush, very NDA. But I will be talking some about it. And I'm pretty excited about that. But first, let me hear how are all of you doing on this fine stream? Are you having a wonderful Monday? Did you miss me while I was away for the week? Like, were you all heartbroken knowing that your favorite Theo Tigre was gone? That I was not here to entertain you, to bring you laughter and joy and smiles. I don't know why I'm talking so verbose, but it's fun. I'm having a good time doing it. Let's see. All good? Well, the Powell server was running for 2 weeks straight. It has been running 2 weeks straight, which it is down right now. As I promised, as I said it would be, every stream it will be shutting down, which I thought would help with my lagging issue, but it still feels very laggy. I might have to do a full router. Okay, so this is the thing. I know that the internet doesn't directly affect the data transfer of from the wireless headset to the router, but having that router run 24/7, constantly streaming data, it may be like overheating and thermal throttling itself a bit, and like so it just slows all data transfer down. Because I have noticed, like even just trying to pull up YouTube, that shit's been going kind of slow. So I'm like, huh, that's not good. Oh, also, is my hips? No, my hips are working all right. Yeah. Let's see, chat. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to. Actually, you know what? Before I go to fly mode, let me go to smooth and auto level. There we go. And then we're gonna go over to. Let's head on over to fly mode. There we go. Oh, whoa. Sorry, chat. There we go. All right, chat. So check it out. We're back in full body. We're rocking the full body, as you can tell. And I'm feeling pretty good. Honestly, I don't know if the full body is actually working that good because my data compression right now to my headset is so terrible that when I see myself in the camera, I look like just a little 8-bit. So I'm going to assume that everything is looking good, question mark. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Here, I'm going to go back out of fly mode because I legit can't tell what I look like unless it's like super close-up shot of my face. It does kind of, oh shit, we got to hydrate and redeem. Definitely we're gonna do that. Okay, first let's do the stretch. Everybody, big stretch. Reach up to the sky. Give Goku all of your energy. We have to make the spirit bomb. Actually, yeah, I gotta do a big stretch. There we go. Big tiger stretch. Okay. Well, today was knocked out all day. Sore throat. Did miss you though. Oh, Fenrir, I missed you too, buddy. Let's see. Looks smooth, high quality stream. Hell yeah. How's your toe? Still hurts like crazy. If you could keep the push-up and the squat redeems turned off for now, I'm honestly... Oh, which I have a funny story about my toe, actually. But let me do the hydrate redeem, and then I'll start going to the Boston story, which does tie into my my toe. So... But keep the bean redeem on. So if there's, you know, people want to redeem, see the beans, I'm more than happy to do that. But no push-up, no squats. My foot is still healing. All right, let me get that hydration redeem in real quick. So I should just keep my water probably closer to me. Wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly. That's some good water. Also, my phone is vibrating like crazy. Did you go to the doctor yet? Or a clinic? Well, kind of. I went to the doctor of Noel, and I diagnosed myself with a busted foot. I got a busted ass foot. That's what I got. Listen, I know my foot's busted. I know there's nothing a doctor is going to tell me that I don't already know. It's busted. And I shouldn't be standing on it, and yada yada yada. Like it's fine, but it's almost completely healed. It's not swollen anymore, at least not as much as it used to be. The color is coming back to it. I didn't lose my toenail. The only thing now is just that I can't quite bend it all the way yet, and I can't like stay on it for very long before it just hurts too much. I just thought casting it. Well, I mean, why? Like, what's the point? Like, it's not like disjointed. So if it was like a straight up like the bone was like busted and like sticking out, I'd be like, okay, yeah, this needs to be casted. But it's probably just like a micro fracture, in which case, I just need to keep weight off of it in general. Like that's kind of why I'm leaning on one foot right now. And when I do walk, I use my cane and I walk on my heel, and that seems to be doing the trick for me. So. Yeah. Listen, I have a life to live, I have things to do, and I can't be slowing down for no clinic. If it's broken, the bone might need moving, otherwise it might still grow back wrong and you lose some of the movement. You know what? Okay, I guess that's fair. Maybe I should go to a clinic. I guess I'll go tomorrow. Like I'll go to a clinic tomorrow. It's no big deal. Also, hello, we have some trade. Blueberry Chaos, hello! Welcome on in. Ooh, tiger model, indeed. I am your Tio Tigre. I am here to entertain you. Please grab a pillow, grab a blanket, but most importantly, allow me to entertain you. As you can tell from my shirt. Oh, and with the follow. Thank you so much for the follow, Blueberry Chaos. I appreciate it. Sit back, definitely sit back, relax, and allow me to entertain you. We got some big energy today. We got some big corpo energy. That's I don't know why I started to get that out, as if I don't say it all the time. But yeah, ooh shit, I'm drifting. But you can't tell that. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the Boston trip. Let's talk about my week out to Boston, which I know you might be thinking, no, what are you talking about Boston? That's not where MFF is. And my short answer to that is, I didn't go to MFF. Even though I know it's like the biggest furry convention in North America in general, I didn't go. I couldn't go mostly just because I wanted to go. And I know a lot of people were asking me and like saying, hey, Noel, you should go to MFF. And which I responded to, I would love to, but the US scares me. And ironically, though, I still went to the US, that is, not to MFF. And, you know, I took this work trip out to Boston. The company was so kind. They paid for my hotel and my flight, and they flew me out there. And it was, I gotta admit, it was a good time. I was pretty terrified to cross the border, though. I won't lie. Luckily, my company gave me a nice little letter to present to the border guard to be like, hey, I'm just here temporarily for work purposes. Please don't detain me. I swear I will leave the country, after a week. So I made it through immigrations, relatively easy. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't too difficult. They actually made me do the custom check-in here on the Canadian side, which I'm used to doing that a lot of the times, but it's always like a weird hit and miss. Sometimes they make me do it on the Canadian side. Sometimes they make me do it on the American side. I always do feel so much safer doing it here on the Canadian side, because I know if I ever get rejected and they're like, no, you can't come in this country, I can just turn around and like walk away. I can just be like, all right, well, I guess I'll just go back to my apartment then, because I live in this city, so, whatever. It's always more terrifying to get into the United States and then have to do immigration, which I've done many times, especially when I'm visiting my family in Chile. And I'll be like, okay, I'm heading up north now, and I have to go through the United States Customs in the United States, and that's terrifying. But this time they let me through. It was pretty straightforward. They asked me the standard questions, like, hey, how long are you coming? What's your purpose? How much cocaine are you smuggling up your ass? Which I told them it was only about this much this time. No, I'm kidding. I told them no cocaine this time. Let's see. Ooh, I see we have some more chatters. Oh yeah, nice. Damn, a full. Yeah, they had to give me a full letter, like a whole document that stated Noel is here specifically for the purpose of work, and we'll leave in a week. Anthrocon is bigger than. Is Anthrocon really bigger than MFF? I thought the Midwest Fur Festival was the biggest. I guess that makes sense. Anthrocon is much older. I think Anthrocon is older than MFF. Gosh, that's how you know I've been a furry for a long time, when I can remember when these cons like first appeared. This time. So it was a relatively smooth process. It wasn't too crazy. It wasn't too this like, oh my god, I'm gonna get arrested. I did have to get the pat down this time, though admittedly. Okay, so as I mentioned, my foot is fucking busted. It's a busted ass foot. So I had to use a cane to get through, to do all this traveling and stuff like that. And I have to admit, going through TSA, they were much nicer normally, right? Because I'm a big beard. I'm a 6'1" bearded Latino. The TSA always stops me. They're just like, hey, that guy over there, pat him down. So they always like, they're groping and grabbing in inappropriate places. I've gotten pretty used to it by now. But admittedly, with the cane, they were pretty chill about it. They were like, oh, hey, this guy's hurt. All right, just let him on through. I mean, they did still make me do all the normal TSA stuff. They didn't like abruptly grope me as they usually do. Grope's the word. That's the word, grope. They didn't abruptly grope me as they usually do. So it was a much more like humane process, I felt. Oh, serendipity. Hello. My German friend goes to AC for his American con. Oh, really? He goes to I guess Anthrocon is the biggest one. If you have, I always thought like MFF, because I always hear all these crazy stories of MFF. I'll be honest, I have not gone to either in a very, very long time. Let's see. Oh yes, that is the Serendip Sour Dip is, or I call them Serendipity, is the other Knoll, which I do always appreciate. Okay, so yeah, so I went through the custom stuff, tons of fun, and my company actually was very kind to fly me in a date early upon my request, because it was my first time in the city of Boston. I've never been there before, even though I've been working at the company now for almost a year. And it was really nice. Like when I landed, it was actually pretty warm still. Like the Arctic winter air hadn't come in yet. And so I took the opportunity to do a little bit of walking around, or at least as much as walking that I can do with a busted foot. And I went to the Freedom Trail, so that was pretty cool. But then it started to rain on me, like halfway through like my walking journey. It just started to rain abruptly, like hard. And I thought like, that's weird. It's kind of December now. I figured it'd be snow. But I guess I am a little further south than I would normally be this time of year. So I decided to take some refuge in a nice little hipster coffee shop, which I'm glad I did. The coffee was fantastic. And, the people were just generally friendly. I always get surprised how friendly Americans can be sometimes. They always say like Canadians are super friendly, which I think we are a friendly bunch. But like it's nothing compared to like the American hospitality. Like the American hospitality is something. It's like a whole nother level, I feel. And so I stopped at this hipster coffee shop, got some lovely coffee, and then as I'm sitting around wondering what I can do on a rainy day with a busted ass foot, I literally just looked across the street and saw the Wonder Museum. Or at least, I assume it's called the Wonder Museum. It was spelled like WNDR, which I didn't realize that was like the abbreviation for the word wonder until I was talking to another Boston person about it. And they're like, oh yeah, you mean the Wonder Museum? And I'm like, why not just spell out the full word? But I guess it kind of makes sense if you go into the museum, because it's a bunch of like interactable, what's the word I'm looking for? Like full room exhibits. Like it wasn't like your typical museum with like paintings on the wall or historical statues. It was like all these really fun and interesting interactable things. Maybe designed for younger people, but I'm young at heart, so I thought, what the hell? I'll give it a try. It's raining out. I might as well go enjoy myself a bit. Don't have to go to work till the next day. So so I went to the Wonder Museum and I had a blast. Honestly, I was just walking around and interacting with all the different exhibits and all the different rooms. Honestly, I highly recommend it. It was truly an event for like all ages. But maybe I really enjoyed it because I went by myself, and because it was like a rainy Sunday, there wasn't really anyone else there either. So I got to pretty much have the whole museum to myself with like nobody, like without kids. Like, I don't have any kids, and not that I dislike kids, of course. But being like an adult who's like, oh yeah, I can just go at my own pace, it's quiet, I can enjoy the exhibit pretty much for myself. It was a lot of fun. I had a good time. Let's see. Oh, I should probably pay attention to that chat. Anthrocon has some funny stories too. That's true, it does. Like how the hotel, they already had a sign on contract with stopped. Wait, I'm having like a dyslexic moment. Hold on, let me reread that again. Anthrocon has some funny stories too. Like how the hotel, they already had a contract with stopped existing like a month or two before the con. I'm not understanding that right, P-Tex. P-Tex, can you rewrite that? I'm trying to like understand it. Like how the hotel, they already had signed a contract with stopped existing like a month or two before the con. Wait, so did the hotel try to cancel the contract of Anthrocon? That's crazy. You mean like the hotel doesn't take reservations for a month or two before Anthro? Oh, nice. What type of interactive stuff was there? Oh, okay. So the interactive stuff. So like they had like a floor of lights, And then and it looked kind of like bioluminescent algae that were like swimming around, and basically every time you took a step on the floor, the lights would like change colors, and like they would like spread out around your feet. And because I had a cane going, like I had like 3 points of contact. Honestly, it was a lot of fun. Like I really enjoyed that light room. Another room I really enjoyed was the musical room, in which they had like a little mini soundboard with like a massive like structural like wall sculpture with lights on it that would basically light up and illuminate and play different beats, so you can kind of like make your own melodies and songs. That was a lot of fun. But I think my favorite one was there was a room that was just filled with polka dots, and as you entered, they just gave you 3 polka dots, and they're like, put these 3 anywhere you there were polka dots of like different colors, and they're like, put them anywhere you want in this room. And like the room was covered head to toe with polka dots, like just so many polka dots. And you could tell like hundreds upon thousands upon hundreds of thousands even of people had gone through this room and just plastered the place with these little polka dot stickers. It was really cute and endearing, and I was like, oh, this is really sweet. I love this. No, the contract technically didn't cancel or break the contract. The hotel just stopped. The hotel just stopped existing? Like the hotel was like fucking went bankrupt? What do you mean? I need context for this. Okay, that's a wild story. Also, I'm gonna sit down now. I know I said I was like, hey, I'm standing in full body, but oh fuck, if all my foot is killing me. All right, chat. So you're coming down here with me. There we go, chat. Okay, so we're gonna be sitting. I promise I'm gonna try really hard. Hold on, let me actually just move the chat. There we go, because that was the chat was like right there for me. So like as you all may already know, for those who watch the stream constantly, I always have my chat window floating in VR next to me, and like it was right down there. So as I point to my junk, you were all down here, if you catch my drift. And as I move my camera lower to where the chat was, basically the override layer just has like these windows always laying on top. So basically, like if anything or anyone or any object is in the same vector space of these windows, they pretty much don't exist to me anymore, because the render pass just overlays it on top of everything, so I can't see anything beyond it. And I've literally lost friends behind them. Like I remember Spoons was like sitting in the chair in front of me, and I could not see her for hours because like my chat window was right over her. So I was like, well, I can't see Spoons anymore. And I was like, hey, where did Spoons go? And everybody was like, she's right in front of you. And I was like, fuck, I didn't know this. Like, you know, like the chat window just overlays them. Okay, let's see. They bulldozed it? Well, okay, you know what? Next stream, we're doing a deep dive of Anthrocon. Like, we're just gonna have like a null special of fucking talking about Anthrocon, I guess. Oh, so ever since then, Uncle Kega, yep, I know Uncle Kega, yep, Anthrocon chairman, puts a clause into the contract that the hotel still has to exist when the con happens. That is fucking funny. That is really, really funny. Could you imagine, like, okay, chat, just imagine that. Imagine, like, you are the amount of stress he must have fucking had for that. Imagine being like, okay, we're gonna put on this amazing con that everybody's gonna be super excited for, and then the fucking place gets bulldozed? Holy shit. I would fucking lose my mind. Like, I would straight up lose it if that happened. Also, I think my foot stopped tracking. Oh yeah, it looks like, well, no, the left foot's still tracking, but my right foot seems to have fallen asleep. Let's see if this wakes it back up. Yeah, okay, that seems to wake it back up. Maybe I need to recalibrate. Well, you know what? I'm sitting, whatever, it's fine. I'm sitting, it's no big deal. Okay, so, chat. let me shift back to the Boston stories though, because there is a lot of fun stuff about Boston. Oh, we could keep talking about Anthrocon, honestly. Happened to me once. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I remember it happened to me once too. Wait, what happened to you once, Fen? Wait, you had a convention, Glacier, that got like the con no longer existed, that you were like, all right, I'm going to a con, and then the hotel was bulldozed? Like, how often does this happen? He told that story at Uncle Kega's Story Hour panel at Euroference 2024. That's crazy. I can't even imagine that, like being like, all right, spending the entire year planning this big convention only to have the facility in which you were going to host it, which, I mean, like, the coordination, the planning, the crew setup, you know, people buying their hotel reservations and fucking airplane tickets and everything else, and then just having the whole thing just fucking bottoming out on you because the building no longer exists. That's some real scumbag shit. Like, I would have, I mean, I hope Anthrocon sued the hotel. No, the chat menu. Oh, the chat menu. Okay. No, Glacier got hidden behind your window VRC. Yeah, that's true. I've also lost Glacier behind the chat window. Like, your Theo here has lost quite a few good little beans behind the chat window. Listen, I do not have object permanence. I am like a toddler. If I cannot see it, it simply vanishes from my mind. They couldn't cause, well, the hotel stopped existing. I mean, I guess that's fair. You could though sue like the hotel owner, right? Like, yeah, I mean, that's fair. You can't actually sue the hotel because it doesn't actually exist. But I mean, you could sue the people who are operating the hotel, probably. It's America. There's always someone to sue. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I know no one hydrated. Nobody redeemed a hydration, but we're taking another hydration break because I am already thirsty. I think they shut down the branch in the state or something. I don't remember. That's wild. I'm just trying to think, like, what do you do in a situation like that? How do you handle a situation where they're like, yeah, fucking go fuck yourself. We don't exist. Like, because the thing is, a business doesn't shut down overnight. So that means, like, they knew they were gonna be like closing and doing the demolition and shit like that, and they didn't tell they didn't tell like the con that was being held, which, you know, you have to pay a lot of money up front for that shit. So like, they just took the money and ran. Like, that's fucking wild. That's crazy to me. But, you know, scumbags be doing scumbag shit. I bet you it was a big corpo, which again, boom. Fuck big corpo. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about Boston. Okay, so some of the big highlights for the trip, besides like being in a cool city, I got to, for the first time since, I don't know, like 2019, 2020, I guess, I got to like meet my game dev team. Because basically when the pandemic hit, I went full remote. I became a full remote worker. I mean, most people did during the pandemic. You know, if your job could operate, like, you were basically in like two camps during the pandemic. You were either a full-time remote worker, or you didn't have a job, unfortunately. And that was kind of like the two camps everybody kind of fell into. I was in the camp of the remote workers, and which I feel very lucky about that. Now, besides having like a career that I fucking absolutely love, you know, I was very blessed that I did fall into the camp of remote work. But the thing about remote work is it can be addicting. You're just like, oh wow, I can just like be in comfortable pajamas forever. So, you know, after a while, you just never really want to return back to an office, because commuting is fucking awful. commuting is the worst. I hate commuting more than anything else. And so like when remote work hit, I kind of never left it. I was just I to this day I'm still kind of in a perpetual remote situation. I'm not complaining, of course. I really enjoy it, but there is a certain special something when you're working on a project, you're crunching really hard. You can look to your left and your right, and you see your team members. Oh, I see people wanting to join. Really sorry, because of the data crunch that's happening with this VR headset, I can't let anybody into the stream yet. If the bitrate improves for me, and I'm not seeing the world in an 8-bit crunch, I'll let people join in on the fun. But for now, it's got to be just me at the moment. I apologize. So where was I at? Oh, right. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see. They couldn't because they. Oh, in this branch, I don't remember. It happened for AnthroCon 2005, if I remember correctly, and the con had attendance of 1K people at the time. And the hotel was called Adams Mark. Oh, you know what? I remember this story. I remember because 2005 is when I joined the fandom, kind of officially. 2005 is when I was like, you know what? I do like anthropomorphic stuff a lot, and I want to make my own persona and join the forums and the boards and chit chat with people. It was also when I turned 2005 was like it's not when I turned 18, but I was just about 18 at the time. I was like 17 or something. So yeah, so I was pretty excited. But no, I guess I was 18, wasn't I? Oh, that's crazy to think about that. So shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. Working remote. So I've been a remote worker for over 5 years now, actually. I shouldn't say over 5. It will be over 5 next month, but it's like 5 years now, basically. And since my days on Dead by Daylight, I have jumped not 1 but 2 studios now. And I never had a proper goodbye to my team, because normally when somebody leaves a studio, right, there's a big goodbye, you have a big night, you have a big dinner out, you go get drinks, you celebrate and remember the times you had together. I didn't get any of that because I left my old studio in the middle of the pandemic, and then I joined a new studio during the pandemic. And though I left the old studio, or I left the studio that I joined during the pandemic, technically at the end of the pandemic, it was a studio located in LA. So there was just no way that I was gonna fly all the way out to LA to have a goodbye party. I was just like, hey, thank you all so much for allowing me to be a part of the team. I was, very grateful for that opportunity. I'm glad we shipped the game. And keep in mind, I didn't leave because I didn't like the studio. I left because I just, I finished the game. We made the game we wanted to make, and then a new opportunity presented itself, and I took it. And I'm very glad that I did. Because for those who know, you know what studio I work for now, and it's pretty fucking awesome. My point of the story was, I have been remote for quite a while now, and I've gone through a whole studio cycle, a whole game development cycle, without meeting my team. So when the head studio in Boston was Boston, which I'll get into the Boston accent in a minute, which was located in Boston, and they were like, hey, Noel, we have a big Christmas soiree, and we have the end of the year planning and stuff like that happening. Would you like to be flown out to Boston and just meet your team? I was like, fucking yeah. Sounds wicked smart to me. And so they threw my ass in a plane and flew me out there, and it was an amazing time. I finally got to meet my team members face to face, the ones that I work with on a daily basis. And it was I know they flew me out to I've talked about how my studios flew me out to the Warsaw branch, and that's fucking awesome, but I don't actually work with the Warsaw people every day. They have their own project they're working on. And so I'm working with the Boston people on the Boston project, And like, so those are the people I work with on a daily basis. And it was so nice to meet the team face to face, to like laugh, share a drink, talk about game development, uh, try and do really bad Boston impersonations. And it was just all around amazing. Like, it was so good. And I am so grateful that I got sent out there. That's fire. It is fire. Like, it was just an amazing good time. And it was so sweet because everybody like saw me walking with the cane. And they were like, "Noel, what are you doing with a cane? We thought you were a marathon runner." And I was like, "I am a marathon runner. I just have a busted foot, and this cane is not a permanent accessory. It's just weird timing that the first time you all met me is when I have to use a cane. I don't normally have a cane." And they're like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I mean, some of them believe me that I was still a marathon runner, but they were like, "Yeah, sure, whatever you say, buddy." But yeah, no, it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. And sorry, I'm a little sniffly all of a sudden. Honestly, I got a bit of a cold on the trip, and I'm kind of still fighting it a bit. So that's why I'm like taking moments to breathe and do little sniffles. I might actually just take a quick 2-second break to blow my nose if that's all right with you all, because I don't want to be like sniffling the whole stream. I feel like that'd be bad entertainment. So if you all give me like just 2 seconds, just 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere though, chat. Stay right where you are. I'll be watching you. Okay, there we go. I feel so much better after that. How are my audio levels? Like, are they still doing good? Am I too quiet? Music's gotten too loud? I'll be honest, I actually have the music muted in my headset, so I can't hear shit. Hello, Heath. It's so good to see you, buddy. Everyone hide from when he gets back. How dare you? How dare you tell everybody to hide? I can see you all there, though. I see all you cutie patooties hiding down there. Right down there. I see you. But yeah, how is everybody doing? Okay, so, which by the way, thank you so much for coming, Heath. I know tonight is a very busy night for you, as we chatted about that yesterday. So I appreciate you, swinging on by the stream, saying hi. Also, the background got moved right to the BRB screen, and the sound levels are still good. Got moved into the BRB screen, question mark, and the sound levels are still good. Wait, does it still say BRB, or you could see me now, right? Like you should be able to see me. Also, the background got moved right in the BRB screen, question mark. Wait. Hold on. What do you mean the background got moved? Let me see what you're talking about. All right, I'm not really being BRBing chat. Like I'm still gonna stay here, but I want to see. Oh yeah, shit. I see what you mean. Yeah. Like the background looks weird. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I have no idea why the background is that small. That is very weird. But thank you for pointing that out to me. I will fix that on the BRB screen. But that's okay. Hopefully I won't have to BRB anymore for the rest of the stream. So, we'll be good. We'll be right as rain. And yeah, okay. So, talk more about Boston. Okay, yeah. So everybody was like super like kind and nice to me, especially because of the cane and stuff like that. And it's so funny. So I have a very good friend that I've known for a while. I've actually known him from the previous studio I worked at. And he's really into woodworking. Super smart guy, super talented, and like his woodworking skills is top tier. And funny enough, he brought a cane with him on this trip that he had woodworked himself. Just, because if you can make badass things out of wood, why would you not make a badass wooden cane? It makes total sense. But while I was on the trip, my cane actually broke. The rubber bottom of it had fallen off, and so I was walking with just like exposed metal. Now, the IT was kind enough to try and like do like a little makeshift repair on the cane, but it just wasn't very good. And basically with no rubber tip at the bottom of my metal cane, every time I took a step, my cane would just like slip out from underneath me on the linoleum floors. Like, it was not a good time. So my good friend literally was like, here, just take this badass wooden cane. And I was like, nah, dog, I can't. And he's like, no, just use it for the trip. And I was like, okay, I'll use it for the trip. And I'll buy a replacement at a CVS or something like that. And then the bro just like on the last day was like, nah, you just keep it. You keep the cane. And I'm like, I can't keep this beautiful cane. Like, I was looking at it and I'm like, bro, this looks like it was made out of mahogany. Like, this looks like some expensive ass wood. And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. I'll make another. So now I just have this fucking badass cane with me. Should have told him to make you a peg leg. God damn it. Well, this foot doesn't heal. It might turn into a peg leg. Hello, Jasmine. It's so good to see you. Yeah, no, honestly, Fenrir, it's pretty fucking badass. I'm gonna so after the stream, I'll take a picture of the cane he gave me, and I'll post it in the Discord and on my Blue Sky. So if you want to see what the cane looks like that my fucking friend made me, who's just badass as fuck, who's also a hobbyist blacksmith. Like, he has a forge at his house. So the dude, like, when he's not doing game development work, is like a real life like fantasy character. Like, he's like, yeah, I have a big lathe machine to do woodworking and a forge in my garage, so I can just like forge swords if I want to. Like, the dude is crazy. So now the cane became permanent. I mean, it might, honestly. It's so badass. I don't want it to become permanent because I want to run again. But maybe I should go to a doctor just to make sure it does heal right, so I don't like fuck up my running. Hey, Jasmine, on the 2/3 word. Hey, Jasmine. That's 2/3 of the words Jasmine. Wait, what? I'm trying to understand. I don't know what's going on in my brain today. I feel like my brain's a little fuzzy. Okay, let's see. You should have told him to make you a peg. Yeah, hey, no, I like your big. Oh yeah, my fuck big corpo shirt. I'm glad you like it, Jasmine. But it does look like it just says fuck we have some big fuck big energy right here. But you're right. With the way that the camera was cropping it, it does look like it just says fuck big. Here, let me change to the other shirt. So that way people who are watching the stream who jump in are like, why does this guy shirt says fuck big? So we're gonna switch over to punk tactics. You know what's funny is I actually have that. So a lot of you know I've been working on like a store, like an actual physical store that you can buy merch at. And the fuck big corpo is actually a shirt I will be selling in my actual IRL store. So if you too want a fuck big corpo shirt, you can get it very, very soon. To be honest, a shirt that says fuck big would go hard. I mean, I can make a shirt that just says fuck big, but I figure fuck big corpo is kind of more of like on my brand. Wait, you haven't been to the doctor? No, I technically haven't truly been to the doctor yet. Like, I had it like examined by like a clinic, but he hasn't, like, I haven't gotten a proper x-ray of my foot. At least not that I'm aware of. Oh yeah, I didn't see the last word there. Hello, Chooms. Hello, Ryan. It's really would fuck pig, you might say. I would wear such a shirt or something else with that on it. Honestly, yeah, like it's good. I also want to make this shirt that just says punk tactics. Like, I want to have a shirt that just says punk tactics like this. And I want to have a shirt that says fuck big corpo. Back again. Hello, Blueberry Chaos. Welcome back. Glad to have you back here. It's free. Go. Don't make me bonk you. I know. Okay, fine. I will go to the clinic. I will do it after work tomorrow. It's, you know, I'll go to a 24-hour clinic and just get my foot x-rayed. But you know what, though? They're not going to tell me anything I don't already know. I know my foot's busted. I fucking dropped a huge-ass weight on it. Like, it's not, like, dislocated, and I can wiggle it around. It just hurts to put too much pressure on it for too long. So it's probably either really badly sprung or it has a hairline fracture in it. Go for me as well, or I'll ask you nicely in a way that makes it clear I'm concerned for you. Aw, Jasmine. Okay, fine. Just because Jasmine asked me, I will go. And everybody else. Okay, so the big thing about Boston is I got a badass cane. Long story short, I got a cool cane. I also got some other cool stuff. Honestly, the studio kind of hooked me up with some cool shit. So because it was like the big Christmas event, they did give us like a little cool box, which they gave me a shirt. They gave me the latest like Witcher novel, and they also gave me a big cozy sweater that had like the company logo on it, and it's so soft. And the second I got home, my partner was like, I'm stealing that. And I was like, no, absolutely not. You have stolen every other shirt and every other fuzzy sweater I own in this house. You will not steal my Snuggie. The Snuggie is mine. But funny enough, literally before I left, I had bought my partner's Christmas presents, and one of them was a big Snuggie. So as he tried to steal mine, I was like, look, I'm just gonna give you a Christmas gift early. And then I walked in the closet and pulled out the present and gave it to her, and it was her own Snuggie I had gotten for her. So I was like, all right, look, now we both have Snuggies, and nobody has to steal each other's Snuggies. But honestly, I would have, and the reason why I gave it to her early is because I'm such a big softie, I would have just let her steal it anyways. What's in the box? Good, just you got rye constantly all over the place, so don't know why rye to put. So I must be having intense dyslexia today, because I'm reading chat sometimes and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Oh, nice. Good box. It is a good box. Understandable. I can't argue. I saw Zootropolis twice because it's like crack cocaine for me. I see that as many times as possible before they will put it from the... Oh, Zootopia. Yeah. I want to talk about that, actually. So, I guess we can jump ahead to it. So, Let me just wait, what do I hear? Spooky, don't be doing bad stuff. He's like, so I have like a box open with some paper in it, and he's like, I'm gonna eat this, and I'm like, Spooky, don't you dare try to eat that. Also, why is my body getting weirdly rotated, or at least my pelvis, as I feel? Hold on, let me see if I can. Sometimes standable acts really weird, and it can be very, very tiresome sometimes. Okay, you know what? I just need more trackers. That's it. I just need to get more trackers and problem solved. Okay, so speaking about Zootopia. We were just making a lot of spelling errors today, and the brain stuck sick fuzzy makes it harder. That's true. Yeah. That's fair. Actually, you know, I'll wait to talk about Zootopia, because I do have a bit in the stream that I'm calling. So I have like gaming news and I have global news, and then I'm adding a new bit to the stream called furry news. So because I was thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe not everybody wants to hear about really sad, tough global news. So especially from like their favorite anthro tiger. So I figured like, okay, we'll move away from the global news a bit, unless it's something really fucking big. In which case, then I'm going to talk about it. And instead, I will put in furry news, because I am a furry content creator, and I should talk about our fandom. I should talk about the cool and exciting things that are happening within our fandom. Hence why I talk about MFF, and why I have some other things I want to talk about. And one of them is the Zootopia movie. FNAF 2 movie. You know what's funny? I never saw the first one. Was the first one even any good? Also, is FNAF furry? I guess it is. Lord knows I see a lot of fucking spicy FNAF pictures online. Especially of Chica. Holy shit, do people go hard for Chica. Okay, so Zootopia came out. So we will talk about some furry news. Well, you know what? We'll put a pin in the Boston stuff, because there's still some more things about Boston that I'll circle back to. Well, you know what? Actually, no. Before we put a pin in it, I only have like 2 more points about the Boston trip that I do want to talk about. And then I will probably shift gears to the next topic, and then we can jump on Zootopia, because I just don't want to lose the thread. It was great, and the second is even better and darker too. Oh, okay. Okay, so oh, right. Okay. So the other things about Boston was the one thing that like really surprised me a lot about Boston, like even more so than I expected. I had read online, like, and a few different forums had made this comment that Boston was very similar to Montreal in its like architecture and aesthetic and stuff like, and just general vibe. And I thought that was very interesting, because I'm like, that's weird, because Montreal is a very, you know, it's a French city in a French province. Like, the only reason why it has such a unique European style to it is because they never wanted to. Ooh. Oh, did I just stop the music? Hold on, let me check. No, music's still going. Okay. The only reason why it has the aesthetic that it has is because it didn't want to let go of its like French European like heritage, so it like held on to that as hard as it could, and you can feel it here in Montreal a lot in all facets of life. And when I was in Boston, it had kind of that same vibe to it. Like, Boston feels, I don't want to say European. You know what Boston feels like? It has that New England vibe to it. It has like American, like Gilded Age vibe to it. Like, you can tell that it's trying really hard to hold on to its early colonial heritage. So it has like a lot of mixture of like early colonial buildings, lots of brick everywhere. That like was so prominent right up until the Industrial Revolution within the United States, and then rebarb and concrete became like all the rage. And let's see. I should probably pay attention to chat. I enjoyed both. The critics apparently hate FNAF 2. It has like a 15% critic rating and 87 audience rating on Rotten Tomato. That's funny that the audience was like, we love it, and the critics are like, this fucking sucks. Let's see. Have you ever heard of Boston and Montreal? Yeah, right. Okay, Fenrir, you've heard it too. You've heard that Boston and Montreal kind of have the similar vibes. And I didn't understand what they meant about that until I went there and I saw it with my own eyes. And I was like, oh wow, yeah, this place really does feel, you know what Boston feels like? Boston feels like Montreal, but with better roads and less French. Other than that, they're almost indistinguishable when I was walking through it. I was like, oh yeah, green parks everywhere, beautiful red brick buildings, New England architecture. Yep, this feels a lot like Montreal. Let's see, brick was better, to be honest. Personally placed bricks. I agree. Honestly, I like brick buildings. Like, I know why we stopped using them, because it's way more time consuming to build, opposed to just pouring down a shit ton of concrete over rebar. So I get why, like, we moved to the concrete architecture, but it's just not as aesthetically pleasing as brick was. Let's see, bring with concrete filling the crack. I mean, yeah, they could do that. And let me see here. Yeah, and like that's about it. Okay, so I pretty much covered all I wanted to cover about Boston. Like, that's pretty much like the long and short of Boston. TLDR, had a really good time, met a bunch of people, had some important meetings, partied pretty hard, got some stick-ass presents, and walked away with a badass cane. I regret nothing. But what was the Boston incident? Oh, there was no Boston incident. I mean, like, the Boston accents, because like I admit I was walking around going, like, just walking around going, that's wicked smart. Fucking, or I'd be like, that's wicked awesome, which everybody, like, you know, was cracking up because I'm terrible at a Boston accent. But yeah, no, like, Boston was just incredible. It was so good. I also did dance pretty hard at the Christmas party with my 1 foot shuffle. Basically what I did was I lift my here, let me put the camera lower. So basically what I did was, like, with cane in hand, like bouncing like I was on a tightrope, lifted my foot up and then proceeded to dance on like 1 foot like this. And everybody loved it. They all had a good laugh about it. And I honestly was just more impressed that I could do that for a long time. Like, I was dancing on 1 foot for quite a while. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so what did you do on the plane to and fro? On the plane? Oh, well, the plane ride. Okay. So it's funny that you mentioned that, because I do have a thing on there that I'd like to mention about the plane ride. Because the flight there is very weird for me. So because it's an international flight, I have to get to the airport at least 2 to 3 hours early, mostly to ensure that I go through customs and security and bag check-in and blah, blah, blah. Because it's not within the same, you know, like they're both two sovereign nations. So there's a lot of custom bullshit you have to go through. But the actual flight is only 1 hour. From the time you take off to the time you land on the other tarmac, it is only a 1 hour flight. It is so fucking fast. But it's still like a 3 hour ordeal for me because of all the, like, I have to get to the airport so fucking early to do all the customs and shit like that. Like, it's so annoying. I spend more time just waiting at the airport than I did actually flying in the air. It was ridiculous. I was like, God, this is fucking dumb. Like, I was so frustrated. I was like, I might as well just drove. Like, I could have just jumped in a car and drove down to Boston, which honestly I think would have been the same amount of time. So I guess to answer your question on that, Fenrir, what I did to and fro from Boston, the long and short of it is, like, nothing. Because there was no time. Like, I just put on a podcast, and, like, I listened to Dungeons and Dragons podcast, so they're usually about 2 hours long. And literally, by the time the plane took off and landed, like, I didn't even have time to even finish one podcast. Right now, I'm listening to the Witchlight Carnival played by the Adventures of Adventurous. Great podcast group, by the way. Highly recommend it. They're very, very funny. And yeah, so that was pretty much the Boston trip. Now, let's talk about furry news, shall we? So I need to... Here, let me just... I'm having a trouble activating my show notes through VR. So one thing about like the Quest VR headset is that trying to navigate menus like via OVR toolkit is very annoying because like you just can't really like use menus and shit that well. Like your accuracy and like the arrow selecting on shit, it's just never really works that well, I find. So I have to actually like physically like lift my headset up and, you know, navigate shit with a mouse. Anywho, so Zootopia. Look, okay, so this is a new bit in the stream that I'm going to be calling Furry News, where we talk about the fandom and all things that are going on that is furry from your very lovely Tio Tigre. And, you know, obviously the big first furry news that I mentioned, and I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream, I missed MFF. I would love to go to MFF. Maybe I'll go next year. You know, who's to say? But I sadly missed it. And I probably won't be going to Anthrocon either next year. But I will be going to Fernal Equinox. So if you're located in Canada, or you're just generally on the East Coast, you know, why not take a little trip up to Toronto and come meet me at Fernal Equinox? I will be there, and I will be in suit. So if you see me, please come on up and give me a hug. Okay, so that's the first thing. Come to Euroferns. Okay, I will... When is Euroferns, VTEX? Because this is the problem. I am trying to make some big life decisions right now, and so money is a little bit tight. So that's my only big issue. My big issue is money is a little tight, so I can't just like spend tons of money this year and come in August. All right, I will try to see what I can manage for in August, but no promises. Like I can't promise anything, but I will try my hardest. Okay, in other big news, other big furry news, Zootopia came out. I haven't seen it yet, so please no spoilers in the chat. But it is getting, like, surprisingly for a very obvious furry bait movie, which I don't mind because I am a furry. It's getting really well, like, high claim from critics and audience. Like, Rotten Tomato gave it, I think, like a 91, if I recall correctly, which is crazy because most times sequels don't do that great, especially Disney sequels. Pixar sequels generally can be hit and miss sometimes, but Disney sequels are usually like universally hated. Disney just like kind of just doesn't care anymore when it comes to sequels. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna cash in on the IP. So, you know, it makes me really happy to hear that that like, you know, furries are becoming more marketable too, which is also like, it's exciting but also a little worrisome because it just means like we're just more normalized in the, you know, pop culture ethos, but also that means we have to be very careful about like bullshit corporate tactics trying to steal money away from our communities. So long and short of it, please always continue to make sure to support furry artists like within the community more so than big corpos. So cool, Disney, thank you for making us a Zootopia movie, Zootopia 2, but don't get comfortable. We're not going to be shelling out money all the time. Honestly, I would probably be at EF in August. Okay, all right. So that makes sense. That makes sense, Glacier, because you are in Europe. 10 years of work, and it really shows. Wait, Zootopia 2 is 10 years? No, that can't be true. Did it really take 10 years between the first and the second one? I will probably be at EF2. I'll be there as long as one of my friends goes there. I was there this year too. Oh wow, I didn't realize you were also in Euroferns. That's pretty cool. But what about Fernal Equinox? What about FE? You went to EF, but what about FE? Huh? You come to FE, you hang out with your favorite, cyberpunk tiger. I've been at EF for the past 3 years. Oh, that's cool. Zootopia came out in 2016. Whoa, that's crazy. The first Zootopia came out in 2016? Fuck. That's insane. 2016 was like my first, like that had, I was 1 year in Canada. I was a 1-year-old Canadian. But that's expensive, Noel. Yeah, but I mean, can you really put a price on friendship, Glacier? Can you put a price on friendship? I have to fly to Canada. Well, I mean, I would have to fly to Germany if I went to Euroferns. I'm kidding. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You go to the cons that you can afford, and I'm sure we'll meet face to face soon enough. Okay. So in other furry news, talking more about MFF, I came across an amazing video on TikTok that I highly, highly recommend by a content creator called Rex the Third, in which they recorded themselves. So this is a time-lapse video on TikTok. They recorded themselves standing in one spot for 2 hours at the convention, and it's a time-lapse video, so they're just standing still for like 2 hours at MFF, and like people are like moving around them and like standing still next to them, and you can see the whole con coming and going as he just stands there, and it's an incredible video to watch. So if you look for it, like they're called Rex the Third on TikTok. I would play their content now, but I don't want to be like just a content thief and be like, oh, we're gonna do a live reaction. It's like, just find them on TikTok. It's a really good video. It's to the soundtrack "I'm Still Standing" by Elton John, which is so apropos for the video itself, as he's just standing there for 2 hours straight. But you know what though, like watching the video and seeing him do that, and seeing the people stand there idly with him for like a short period of time, and then like zooming, because again, it's time lapse, so everybody's walking around, but because it's being sped up, they looks like they're like running to and fro as he like stands still. It's honestly a missed opportunity to not be playing King of the Hill, like the King of the Hill intro, because it looks like a furry King of the Hill like intro episodes happening, because like Rex is like Hank, and he's just standing there with everybody like moving around him so quickly. But I'm Still Standing is pretty good too. It is a good song, honestly. Fucking a banger soundtrack, and I would say the audio of my life in 2024. But after an hour or so, I had to move because apparently an ambulance was coming through. Oh wait, you did that at EF too? That's funny. You were standing like in one spot for an hour, but did you record yourself? That's the big question: is did you record yourself, PTEX? Okay, so let's see. Yes. Oh well, you gotta post the video, PTEX. I need to see that video. I want to see the video of you just standing there and like, having a good time at EF. 24, horrible memory. So I decided to start standing in front of it. Oh, that's funny. I love fun contemporary stuff like that. Like people who make content like that, I applaud them 100%. Because standing still like that for that long in a fursuit, no less, that takes fucking energy. That takes like hardcore perseverance. So, round of applause for them on that. Round of applause. Like that's fucking incredible. Okay, so but with MFF, I have to say, though I was sad I couldn't attend it, I do love when a big furry convention happens, because my Twitter feed or my Blue Sky feed, well, I'll be honest, it's my Blue Sky feed because I don't use fucking really Twitter. Like, for anyone who follows me on Twitter, just to let you know, Twitter is just a place where I copy, paste, post from my Blue Sky account, which I only, like, Twitter is literally just a place where I'm like, hey, I'm live streaming now. If you actually want to, like, follow me on a social media that I do use on a daily basis, follow me on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is where I post up almost every day. I'm writing something or I'm posting something, so that's the place to follow me. I should really change, because I know like up here in the in the stream description it mentions my ex. I don't fucking use that shit because I do not like Elon Musk. I don't like what Twitter has become. So yeah, so I'm a Blue Sky now. I know Blue Sky doesn't have like the biggest audience to it, but it has the demographic that I want to interact with. It has like-minded individuals. Not that I want to be in a bubble, but I just don't want to hang out with fucking Nazis all day. So I don't use Twitter any more than a place where I'm like, hey, I'm streaming, and then I fucking walk away from it. Oh yeah, or join the Discord. So I decided to start standing in front of it and not move and not say anything. Yes, or the Discord. Discord is the place I do hang out the most. I am always in my Discord, always just chatting, vibing, hanging out. So if you want to hang out with me on the regular, Discord is probably the best place. But also follow me on Blue Sky. I make some pretty fun stuff for Blue Sky. Nazi scammers and bots, God knows what. Yeah, that's all X is. Honestly, X is just fucking full of bots, Nazis, and scammers. Like even if maybe my posts get a lot more interaction on X or Blue Sky, or sorry, X or slash Twitter, I know the majority of the interaction are just bots and scammers. Like, they're not actual real people. I would rather take 10 real interactions on a Blue Sky post than 1,000 interactions on X that are just fucking all bots. I just don't give a shit about bots interacting with my posts. So yeah, I'm always on Blue Sky, long and short of it. Oh, but like I was saying though, one thing I do really enjoy about this time of year when big cons happen, I just love that my feed on these social platforms are pretty much just all really cute fuzzy animal, people just wearing cute furry costumes. I love it. I love it. Vaki posted a bunch of stuff in the Discord of him at MFF with all the cute little furry beings, and I loved it. I was like, yes, dopamine, give me more. Nom nom nom. So no, it's really nice. I fucking even if I can't join in on the fun, I love to see it. So actually, if you have good photos from MFF, you post them on Blue Sky, tag me in them. Tag me so I can like them and comment and say what cute fuzzy beans there are. Yeah, always fun. It is always fun to see. I love it. Even though I couldn't be at MFF because I was in Boston, I still love to live vicariously through the posts. So it's really enjoyable. So, keep them coming. Okay, so that takes care of most of my, furry news. My MFF just happened. Zootopia just came out. Rex the Third did a funny video. But if any of you have some fun furry news that you want to share and you want me to feature on the stream, send it to me over the Discord or over Blue Sky, and I will feature it in the next stream. Maybe you have a furry friend who makes cool content and you want their platform to be shown. Let me know and I'll give them a shout out. I'll use my platform to help promote others in the community. And I'm thinking about starting a new bit called Furry of the Week, where if there is a particular person in the fandom that exhilarates or shows the true meaning of the fandom, we'll give them a little spotlight. I'm still playing around a bit with the idea, but I think it'd be kind of fun to help uplift other furries and give them a good spotlight. Okay, so on to other news. Streaming news real quick about the stream. First off, if you can't tell, I am rocking a new Abby that has some fun t-shirts that I'm wearing. And I'll be honest, chat, I know I just got the Meowper Abby and I was really loving it. And, I rebranded my entire Twitch and Discord and Blue Sky, and I hear a cat up to no good behind me. Oh my God, Spooky, what are you doing? Spooky, what are you doing? My cat has literally walked on my printer and turned it on. What are you doing? Why are you being naughty? So I caught my cat going behind my computer, which he knows he's not supposed to do. And I have to, after stream, I'm going to check to make sure he didn't bite through any cables, because he has a really bad habit of chomping on cables. So hopefully he didn't chomp on anything important. Let's see. Oh, I got to turn this printer off. He turned it on. Just if he's mad that I turned off the printer. I'm sorry, buddy. Were you trying to print something? Were you trying to print something? Trying to print some pictures of some cute mice? Is that what you're trying to print, little guy? He's such a cutie patootie. I love this cat. I love my cat. Okay, so even when he's being naughty, even when he's being a little turd, I love this cat. Also, what is going on with my... Okay, this is really weird. So, what the fuck's going on with my body? Hold on, chat. Hold on, we're gonna figure out what's going on with my calibration real quick. So I'm going to rotate this right here. Then I'm going to... There we go. And then, let's see here now. Let's do a quick calibration. Boop. Oh, God. What is going on? You know what it is? I'm wearing baggy pants right now, and I think my own pants is like, it's blocking the camera on the, is blocking the cameras on my full body tracking. There we go, Chad. There we go. Okay, I think I'm all situation now. Yeah, I think I got myself a little discombobulated just because I had to stop my cat from eating my cables. Now he's just like, he's looking at me like, Papa, why do you have your back to me, Papa? So he's right here. I'm petting him right now, Chad. If you like, that's why my hand is like this. I'm giving him pets. Yeah, just lay down, little guy. Oh, you want to come in my lap? Okay, come on, little guy. Come here. Now my tracking is really going to go crazy because he's going to lay right on top of my trackers, which means he is demanding so much pets right now. He's so funny because, like, typical cat fashion, when I want to give him attention, he's like, no, I don't really want it. And the second I ignore him, he's like, okay, yes, give me lots of pets. I need lots of pets right now. I don't care if you're on stream trying to entertain everybody. You have to stop everything you're doing and give me pets. And because I am a big softie, I absolutely will stop my entire stream so I can give this cutie cat some pets, because he absolutely deserves it, because he is a king of kings, and he is my little prince. And he is a very good boy, even when he eats all the garbage and makes himself throw up and then makes me clean it all up. Because he is a trash cat. 100, just like his father, he is a trash cat. Ooh, I should be careful saying that, though. I don't want to steal Raccoon's cat thing, because everybody always calls him the trash cat. Okay, let me bring chat back up, because I did minimize chat while I was, like, trying to navigate around. Let's see. Your waist did a funky. My waist did do a funky. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the 3D printer's on? No. My normal 2D printer. It was like my paper printer. I do actually own one of those, just because occasionally, because Montreal's an old ass city that still does things the old-fashioned way, and occasionally they need me to actually print up documents. So I have the printer for that. Let's see. It would be funny if the cat learned how to turn on the plate heating of the printer. Then he would just sit on it. Oh my god. If my cat figured out that the 3D printer was hot, he would just lay on it and never leave. Noel needs skinny jeans. Never. I will never ever wear skinny jeans. So this is the thing. Heath, I was a skater punk 100% in the early 2000s. And And I did, unironically, for a long time, wear those big Jinko jeans, like those really wide elephant pants Jinko jeans. And I fucking love them. I don't care what anyone says; those are fucking cool as fuck. And so when the skinny jean fad came around for us millennials, I never ever got into it. I never, to this date, still don't own any skinny jeans. I tried to get into it, like at one point, like I was dating a girl who said like she was really into skinny jeans, or guys who wore skinny jeans. So I did buy one pair, and I hated them. I was like, no, never again. And I fucking got rid of them. So I always wear a little bit baggy pants with boot cut. Like I don't wear like the elephant like Jinko jeans anymore because, you know, I'm not 20. Or I'm not even 18 anymore, right? Like that's something like a 18 to 20-year-old can get away with. But I do wear boot cut jeans, so my pant legs just go straight down. Because I do wear a lot of boots. Bigger feline gets usurped by smaller feline. Gone wholesome. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, normal cat behavior. It really is. It truly is normal cat behavior. Oh, he's being so sweet right now. All right, so we're gonna just gesture with my right hand, chat, because my left hand is being preoccupied by pets, and he is just being such a. Why are you being such a cutie patootie? I'm not gonna be able to entertain chat now because I'm just gonna be too focused on this cat. Yeah, oh, you're such a cute little guy. Okay, so I totally lost the thread. Thank goodness I have show notes. Oh, right. Okay, so this Abby. Chat, I have fallen in love with this Abby. And it will probably be the new stream, like Abby/mascot. So, I'm gonna have to do a bunch of photo shoots and a bunch of rebrandings. And probably come up with maybe a more wholesome shirt to use for like the icons and the banners and shit like that, because maybe I shouldn't wear a fuck big corpo shirt. Oh shit. So there goes there goes the tracking as I said it would. So okay. Yeah. So chat, I'm still here. It's just because he's laying on top of the tracker, I'm gonna have to just okay, there we go. He was literally laying on the tracker, so the tracker didn't know what the fuck to do. A hydration. Don't mind if I do. I will hydrate. Ooh, pretzel. Yeah, I am 100% a little bit pretzel mode. That's okay though, chat. That's okay. No worries, no worries. We're still doing good. We still got a beautiful little feline in my lap who's just being a general sweetie pie. Okay. So yeah, so I'm gonna be sticking with this Abby, I think, for a while. I like how it looks. I have some pretty fun idea for outfits, fun design aspects, and honestly, the last one, I didn't know how to incorporate cyberware into it, because with the dragons, right, I was always putting little wires, little copper designs, things like that. And with stripes, it's harder. I didn't know how to really incorporate it. But for this one, you know, doing the battle damage, you know, the broken hold on, there we go. Doing like the broken and exposed flesh. It's such a fun take on the like I'm a little bit rugged, a little worn down, like synthetic, that I just really enjoy that. I'm gonna go to bed now. Have a good night. You have a good night as well, Glacier. It was so lovely seeing you. Sleep well, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a fun rest of your stream. I shall. Thank you so much for coming, Glacier. Always good to have you. Oh, how are we doing on time? Okay, we're still doing good. We're only at 9. Perfect. Glad to see we're still doing good on the time. Okay, next thing. So now that I've decided that I will be sticking with this Abby, I need to get like a VTuber going for it. So, because I do want to do other content besides just chatting and doing VR chat. Not that I don't like chit-chatting with you all. It's a lot of fun to be here and just kind of like, you know, using this platform almost like a podcast where I'm just talking, hanging out, having a good time, vibing with you all. So I will probably be in the Discords this week working on the VTuber model of this. And the cool thing is once we have a VTuber model version of this up, I'll be able to do commissions on stream because I still am finishing those commissions, which luckily there's only a few left now. I've been slowly chipping away at them, so they're almost done. In which case, then I can focus on bigger and better projects. Not that commissions are terrible projects, but there's so many things I've been trying to do on the side while also balance out commission stuff. And some other exciting news for the stream. I have commissioned, speaking about commissions, nice little segue there. I have commissioned a very good artist and close friend of mine to work on more emotes and emojis for the Twitch. So look forward to that. I have 5 more emojis coming now, besides the ones that I've made. And they are an artist who's done they have done commission-like art for me in the past. So if you wonder where just a little guy emote came from, that was from the artist Kata, which I have commissioned again to do 5 Twitch emotes. So we're gonna have more Twitch emotes coming, based on this new Evie. So look forward to that. Now, of course, commissions take a while, so it won't be happening overnight. But we do have more art commissions, so looking forward to that. And if you want to support this channel and get more emotes made, feel free to donate to the coffee, which information in the link below. It's in the chat. And you can see here we have the goal of $1,000. Right now I have the goal for just buying snacks, but I should just update it and say, hey, more channel art and stuff like that. Because that's really where all my, anytime I make money off Twitch, it just goes back to the community for me getting more art done and more commissions and stuff like that. One artist I've been wanting to commission for a while is Jay, but they're always so busy with so many commissions, it's hard for me to get into one of their slots. Hopefully, though, maybe something will open up someday and I will be able to finally commission them. But until then, I will not stress Jay out. I want to commission Puka too, honestly. Puka also did one of the emotes for this stream, because I just won a random raffle and they did it. And it was so fucking good, and I want to commission them again for this Abby. But I know they're super busy. They're actually at MMF running a booth, so I don't want to give them too much pressure. They're probably super busy as is. Okay, so that's a bit of the stream news. Now I want to talk about other fun holiday news, which I need to, let's see if I can, maybe I can try to navigate this. Let's see, what happens if I try to do this? Okay. You know what the problem is? I put all my stuff in Google Docs. And so, I have a Google Doc open right now, and trying to scroll up on a Google Doc without using a scroll wheel is fucking awful. It's the worst. All right, forget it. The problem is I'm gonna have to spin around because my computer is behind me. It's to my back, and I know the second I start rotating around, my cat is gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And I don't want to disturb him because he's being just so cute laying on my lap. Yeah, you know what? We're not gonna disturb him. All right. So I wanted to talk about some winter news, but instead we'll talk about some gaming news because that's the part of my stream notes that I have open, and that's what we're going to chat about. So, first thing right out the gate, something that is near and dear to my heart because it's a genre of games that I really appreciate. Banjo-Kazooie has a new game out, but it's not created by Rare or Microsoft, because Microsoft has acquired Rare way back. It's actually a fan-made game, and it looks so good. And I have to make a comment about it because I think I can talk about this because I don't work for that studio anymore, and the game will never get made. But so I don't really think it's under NDA anymore. But when I worked for a certain studio, it had a contract with Microsoft, and one of the games that we were working on that sadly got canceled was a Banjo-Kazooie game. And so like it was so exciting to be working on an IP to a game that I really enjoyed in my childhood. And I remember pouring my heart and soul into this game. It's actually the game that made me become a technical animator, because before this game, I was just a character animator. And then because of it, I learned how to become a proper technical artist, because there was a lot of technical challenges to come over it. And I remember just working my ass off on this prototype. Like I worked day and night on this prototype because we were way understaffed, and we really wanted to impress Microsoft. And like the game was like even though it was only a prototype, it was already looking so good. Like it was an impressive prototype, because like basically everybody on the project, everybody in the studio was so excited to be working on Banjo-Kazooie. And but sadly Microsoft was like, we don't know what to do with this, we don't know how to monetize it, so they canceled it. And for years this always just lived in the back of my brain that Oonga Booga, oh my god, Spoons, thank you so much for the sub. Holy crap, resub for 2 months on his tier 1 for 13 months. Hot damn, Spoons, thank you so much for the sub. Always appreciated. Ryan, micro shit. Indeed, they can be really real sleazebags sometimes. Hence why I put this shirt back on. Fuck Big Corpo. And so we were working so hard on that project, and they canceled it. So it was always something that kind of lived in the back of my brain, and I was always like, oh, man, like the last Banjo-Kazooie game was like that nuts and bolts, which was like a weird car building game. Like it was so like not to the brand of Banjo-Kazooie. And then they did that ukulele game, which was like, the ex-devs of Rare making a spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie. And I was like, that's pretty nice. I enjoyed that. But I miss the Bird and Bear. I miss Banjo and Kazooie. And so now that the fan-made game came out, and like now I feel like, I could probably talk about it because the fan-made game's out. It's not the game I worked on, but the game I worked on will never see the light of day at this point, so, whatever. That was like over a decade ago now, so I'm sure the NDA doesn't even matter at this point. And, matter of fact, I was reading an article about the fan-made game, how it had been over 20 years since the last Banjo-Kazooie game, which is crazy, because Banjo-Kazooie used to be such a huge IP, and then Microsoft bought Rare and just abandoned it. So when I saw the trailer today for Banjo-Kazooie, for that fan-made game, and for a fan-made game, it legit looks so good. I highly recommend it. I'm just surprised Microsoft allowed it to be made and didn't like slap them with a cease and desist. Hey, also, I love the Abby Knoll first time. Oh shit, this is the first time you've seen the Abby? Yeah. This is my new go-to Abby. This is the new Knoll control now. I love the Meowper. Meowper was a lot of fun. But this right here, this Legato, is now my new go-to. So I'm glad you like it, Spoons. I love it too. I love this Abby. And I made the shirt myself. I purchased the model, but the shirt design I designed my fuck Big Corpo. Because it is just generally how I feel. That is a very common sentiment here on the stream. But, since I'm sitting down, we can also switch to the other shirt design I did, which is this one, Punk Tactics. Okay, so let's see. I wish they didn't have the Perfect Dark IP. Oh my god, I know, right? Like, them canceling Perfect Dark was so fucking garbage. That made me so mad when they did that. And a lot of my friends were on that project. A lot of my friends, very close friends, were working on the Perfect Dark project, and they fucking you know, they were out of a job because they canceled Perfect Dark, and so the studio, you know, Crystal Dynamic had to let everybody go because they were like, well, shit. I mean, Microsoft dropped Perfect Dark, so now, you know, like, I'll be honest, chat. Like, I love what I do, but my industry is in a real shambles right now. Like basically, studios like way overexpanded during the pandemic. You know, like just trying to like capitalize on short-term game and didn't think about long-term stability. So like now that gaming has gone back down to post, or now it has gone back down to pre-pandemic numbers of like you know, of people playing and buying games. The studios, like the industry is freaking out because they're just like, oh my god, what do you mean not everybody's playing video games all the time? What do you mean they're going outside and socializing again? We thought this pandemic would last forever. So, you know, and then of course it's also being exacerbated by fucking AI as well, because every studio wants to replace all their workers with AI because you know, fuck creative freedom, fuck, you know, like fuck artistry. Let's just do everything on the cheap. I should go back to fuck Big Corpo because I just shifted moods again. How do I put this? Of all of the communities out there, yours is the least circle jerky, and that's awesome. So, so thank you, sir, and thank you, other members, whoever it may concern. You know what, Ryan? The thing here is, I'll be honest. I may work for Big Corpo, but my attitude will never change towards Big Corpo. Like I do not and will not ever drink from the fucking Kool-Aid. Because at the end of the day, they're here to just make money, and I'm trading my most valuable asset, the one thing that is the most important thing to me, and it should be the most important thing to all of you, is time. Time is the one asset that we all have that you do not get more of. It's a finite asset that we all have. And you know, when companies, when an employer hires you, what they're doing is they're asking, you're trading your skills and your time in exchange for like some sort of commodity, right? Like currency, basically your pay. And you have to remember, it's supposed to be a mutual exchange, right? Like obviously, employer has higher power dynamics because they're your boss, and so you know, you got to listen because they're paying you to do something, so you have to listen to them, understandably so. But that doesn't mean they own you. Your time is still your time. And you should always be mindful and respectful of that. So, you know, and the problem is, a lot of these corporations forget that. They forget, like, hey, you know, my time is important to me, and I can literally go fucking do anything else with it. You know, I can go work for somebody else and get paid. So, you know, and they get too comfy, chat. So always keep them on their toes. So remember your TO saying, fuck Big Corpo. But yes, no, there's no circle jerking or drinking of the Kool-Aid here. It's a very nice Abby for sure. Thank you, I appreciate that. Well, you know, Albert made it. If listen, chat, Albert makes some fucking awesome avatars. I think I should put it in the channel description. So, because that guy deserves a lot of praise. Their Abbies are always top tier. Their coyote, like the first Abby I ever actually bought for VR chat was their Coyote Abby, which I still have. I have the Coyote, I have their Dragon, I have this cat. The only one I have never bought was their Hyena one. Not that it's a bad Abby, it's just you know, I just never really identified as a hyena, so let's see. It's still a gamble with who may make a great Perfect Dark game in spirit of the N64 original or with his features from it, but it has to be rescued from microsamples and the problem is, I don't think it'll ever be rescued. The problem is, these corporations, they buy up IPs, mostly for two reasons. One, because they want to make money, but also two, because they don't want other studios to make money. Like, a company will happily, like, this is the tactic EA does. EA buys up studios and then crushes them and disassembles them. Basically acts as a hedge management system, just so that, like, people don't take money away from them. They're like, we would rather buy an IP and kill it to make sure other studios don't make more money than we make, because we must make all the money. So I don't think Microsoft will ever fucking let go of Perfect Dark, sadly. Want to beat corpos were actually behind the COVID outbreak and lockdowns, or okay, I realize that sounds conspiratorial, but is it really beyond and above they're capable of? You know, COVID is a complicated thing. You know, there's all these crazy theories out there. I think COVID was just the natural order of life. Like, people have been saying that was going to happen eventually at some point. And unfortunately, it did happen when there was a lot of really incompetent global leaders in place. And so, like, it was just a combination of an inevitability in conjunction with incompetent leadership. Like, it's fun to think about crazy conspiracies, but I think at the end of the day, I think it's just humans being dumb humans, and we have no one else to blame but ourselves. Okay, other interesting news I want to talk about. Speaking about fuck Big Corpo, I'm sure some of you have noticed if you tried building your own PC, but RAM has gone up, skyrocketed in prices. Like, RAM used to be like the cheapest thing you could buy for your computer when it comes to like materials and components, and that shit has just zoomed up to the fucking moon, chat. It is crazy expensive now, and you have basically AI to thank for that. So basically, like companies like ChatGPT who are building like massive data centers all across of North America, have just put in huge orders. Like, I think I was reading like 40% of the world's supply of silicon for like high processor RAM memory. You never know. Simon managed to buy back. From Riot Games, really? Holy shit, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, no, it'd be cool if like people buy back Perfect Dark from fucking Microsoft, or Banjo-Kazooie. Fucking, I would sure love that. But in the meantime, though, I'll enjoy the fan main game. Okay, yeah. So there's going to be a shortage of RAM, unfortunately. So one of the cheapest ways to upgrade your computer has now become like crazy expensive. And what made it worse is the companies that produce it, right? The companies who make the silicon for memory. It was only 3 companies, like basically Samsung, Micron, and then I forget what the other one is. But Micron has just announced that they're stopping their consumer version of silicon to focus on AI silicon. So they're like, hey, we're not even going to make silicon now for memory chips for the average user anymore. We're just going to make it for AI data centers now. And I'm like, fuck me, are you kidding me? Everything is just getting more expensive, and the one thing that used to be cheap to upgrade your computer has now just quadrupled in price overnight because of fucking AI. I'm just over it now. I'm just done with AI. It's just making every facet of life worse and worse by the day. And every day there's just something new that just makes me more mad. I'm just an old man yells at cloud. I'm like, fuck you, AI. But yeah, that's the world we're living in. So if you were thinking about buying a more RAM for your computer, I would say waiting for the prices to go back down, because right now shit is crazy, and the market probably, it was saying the market probably won't readjust for another 3 or 4 months from now. So just get used to having new really expensive RAM for the time being. So that's that news. I wish I had happier gaming news about this, but I feel it's kind of been a downward spiral. Okay, but I do have some other fun really fun and exciting news that I do want to talk about. So it's not going to be all sad news. I do have some fun news. I do have some fun stories to talk about. I heard that the SSDs and HDDs prices might skyrocket as well. They might, but those are a different type of memory. But they're saying that it might skyrocket just because these analytic data do need to store their data somewhere. So that might, but there isn't any real proof of that just yet. So sorry, I lost the thread there for a moment. But yeah, so like they're saying that it might skyrocket, but there's been like no hard evidence, and the memory that's being used for hard drives is actually a different type of memory. So I think we'll generally be okay. So I wouldn't worry too hard about that. But in like good news, there is a new side-scroller beat-em-up came out, which for those who may know me, I am a huge fan of side-scroller beat-em-ups. Matter of fact, some of my most fond memories was going to the arcade and playing like the side-scroller beat-em-up X-Men game and the Ninja Turtles beat-em-up game. So that's why like River City Girls, the new Teenage Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge game. When those games came out, I bought them up immediately. Matter of fact, my favorite game on the Sega Genesis is Streets of Rage 2, which is a side-scroller beat-em-up. I have a soft spot in my heart for them. Castle Crashers is another good example of that, which I also own and I fucking love. And Marvel is coming out with one. Marvel Comics has coming out with Marvel Cosmic Invasion, which is a side-scrolling beat-em-up. I think it came out. I think it may have even come out already. I should check Steam on that. But yeah, when I saw the trailers for it, I was like, ooh, that looks like a lot of fun, and I will probably pick that up and be playing it with my girlfriend. Oh, by the way, if anybody has like Teenage Mutant Turtles Revenge, it does have co-op. So if anybody wants to play some side-scroller beat-em-ups with me, let me know, and I will play at the drop of a hat. I love side-scroller beat-em-ups. I love Castle Crashers. Yeah, no, Castle Crashers is a lot of fun. I generally have a really good time with side-scroller beat-em-ups. I should make a side-scroller beat-em-up. That would actually, I'm surprised I haven't prototyped that in my free time. For those who know, I do like to, like, even though I am a full-time game developer, I do like to prototype games in my free time. Just because I find it fun. Okay, so that's some good news. We have some cool, fun games coming out. And if you're a Marvel Comics fan, like I am, you know, it'll be with it has all your favorite iconic Marvel heroes in it. You know, that's not me trying to endorse it or anything like that. That's just me saying, hey, I like side-scroller beat-em-ups, and I'll be checking it out. So I was pretty excited about that. It's out. Okay, cool. So then I'll get it. I didn't know it was out yet. I thought I saw it came out December 1st, but obviously I was in Boston on December 1st, so I couldn't get it. And okay. And we have some other good gamer news. Now, I know some of you probably already know this, but it's a story that always like warms my heart. And that is what the Epic CEO, Tim Sweeney, I believe I recall his name, getting butthurt at Steam, that Steam is requiring all games that are made with generative AI to have the generative AI like label on it. And he's all like, you know, what's the point of having this tag? You might as well ask developers what type of shampoo they use. Which is, oh my god, Jane, it's a Jane raid! Woo! Jane, welcome on in. Thank you so much for raiding on in. Can we give a shout out to Jane? As I would love to give a shout out for the raid, you know. Jane, I really appreciate it. How was your stream, by the way? What were you streaming, Jane? And PTEX, or PTEX, if you can give a shout out to Jane, I would really appreciate that. There we go. Let's see what Jane's playing.
A lot better than I thought it would.
Ooh, we have some Dark Souls, it looks like. Oh no, that's Elden Ring, I bet. Oh, and I hear a cat jumping up behind me. You think that's no good? My other baby's now on my desk. We have Mooney up on the desk. She's like, it's not fair that Spooky was on your lap. I want to jump in your lap too. So Jane, how was it? Also, Jane, if you need to like run, was playing Dark Souls 2, and that clip is from Bloodborne. Ah, okay, gotcha. Hey, did you see that Nintendo is losing more patents in Japan? Yes, I did see that. Okay. We're going to talk about the Tim Sweeney thing, and then we'll talk more about the Powell thing. Also, my full body tracking just kind of worked, so we're going to stand up real quick, chat. Oh, there we go. Now it just straightened itself out. That was weird. All right. Oh, and then I just sat on the cat. There we go. Oh, all right. There we go, chat. And it looks like my leg looks like my leg got confused there for a moment. Let's see if we can. You know what's weird, chat? It's my right leg all day today has seems to be like losing tracking. There we go. Now it's found tracking again. That's weird. All right, let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and do a quick recalibration, chat. Let's get myself recalibrated. Oh, no, never mind. I don't need to. Seems like after I got the right foot working again, it kind of knows what it wants to do now. All right. C'est la vie. Okay, so Epic CEO just whining, bitching that he's like, well, we're not going to be able to show, there'll be a negative appearance in our games if we say it has AI. Might as well ask the developers what shampoo they were wearing today. And to that, oh shit, I'm covering up my own body, my hip tracker. I do like these ultimates, but there are some times where they can get a little annoying. But that's okay, chat. That's okay. They're still hella accurate. Like, I mean, the overall tracking quality is really good. So I guess I can't complain too hard. I just need to get used to the fact that if I block my own camera, shit does go cray cray. But that's okay. That's okay, chat. We can adjust to it. Okay, so I do love the fact that the Epic CEO is like complaining and whining about, like, basically he wants to be a scumlord and like fire, everyone that he can and just have his whole money making machine of Fortnite be 100% AI generated. I mean, like, they have like AI making 3D models now. Like, shit is getting scary. So, and of course, Steam is just fucking, Valve is just being fucking Chad as usual and being like, hey, no, let's keep the artistry in games alive. And if you want to use generative AI and sell your game on our platform, that's fine. But you got to let everybody know that you're making a game with AI slop. And I'm all here for it. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, if people want to let go of their ethics and just buy a game with AI slop in it, like, that's their own prerogative. I'm not going to, I am not going to be here and tell people what they can and can't buy. But they should be well informed knowing that they are buying a game that has AI slop in it. So I appreciate it, and I want Valve to continue to do this. I will continue to buy games on Valve and not on fucking Epic platform. Even though I am a big Epic developer. I mean, I don't work for Epic, but I use their engine. But yeah, as for Nintendo, yes, I have heard this. Their whole like catching animals in a sphere fucking patent like fell through because it's not an original mechanic that Nintendo invented, and it's ridiculous. They think they could fucking like own the patent on this, and I'm glad the Japanese patent office was like, yeah, no, you can't patent this. Like, there's already been a precedence of like too many games using this mechanic. So it's wild that you think that you could just fucking own this patent now. Like, that's utter horseshit. Like, that's some real fucking bullshit. So I'm really, really glad that they were like, no, forget it. You can't keep this patent. And because of it, the North American patents are now being reviewed and reassessed because they're like, oh, hey, yeah, you know what? You're right. Nintendo didn't fucking invent this shit. It's crazy that we even approved this to begin with. So, and it's a precedence that hasn't been really done before. Like, matter of fact, the chairman of the patent, like of the Federal Patent Bureau, it's gone all the way up to him. So, which normally this dude would normally not evaluate patents like this. So, the fact that it went so far up the chain just goes to show that, maybe not everybody is a corrupt piece of shit. So that's nice. Fluxpost Trackers Kickstarter started, and there are even the first reviews of the beta kits on YouTube. Yes, I saw those reviews. Honestly, those reviews impressed me so much that I'm almost like, I know I just spent a shit ton of money on these ultimate trackers, but maybe I should get those flex ones too. But I'm gonna wait until after the Kickstarter and see like how more reviews of them come out, like beyond the beta kits. Like, I want to see the final manufactured ones, and I'll make my purchase decision then. Because right now it's been like a very small control group of people who have them, and you know, and like I said, and then plus I just bought these trackers. Like I just got them, so I don't like they'll serve me just fine for my needs for the time being. I mean, it's a good trackers. It's just like the problem with Vive Ultimates is they just need a very certain condition to be met, which is just you can't block the cameras and you have to be in a well-lit room. So, which my room is pretty well lit. It's just I wear baggy clothing, so sometimes I block my own cameras. Also, did you hear about the Steam store drama about the game Horses? Oh, wait, is this the gacha game that like they're like, hey, this is gambling? You'll have to give me more context for this one, P-Tex. I actually don't know this story. Because I am all here for the drama. Tell me what the Steam story is. Okay, while you tell me that, we'll go into the Subnautica news. So I'm sure a lot of you already know the Subnautica 2 has got into some dilemma as the studio, was working with co-developers, and they had a very large bonus in line for the co-development team if they had met all their milestone goals. And just before they were about to deliver on their milestone goals, they fired all the head designers, purposely delaying the game and basically ensuring that all the developers working on the game would not receive a bonus of any sort. And because of that, it started a lawsuit. And no, it's an artistic horror game made by a well-known studio. Steam banned it from the store, and so did Epic, though it is available on GOG and other stores. Really? I had no idea, honestly. Like, what is the game about? Like, what do you mean an artistic horror game? So this is an artistic horror game called Horses. Is it like about a murderous horse? Do you play as a horse? These gone mayhem, these goons. I am so curious in what type of game, because Valve allows a lot of fucking types of weird ass games on their platform. So I wonder, what did you have to do to get banned? They got banned because the game made someone on the Valve review team feel uncomfortable. Interesting. That's interesting. Huh. I wonder if they can like appeal that. Like, can the developer appeal the banning off the store? Because I feel like did it, like, unless something is breaking like TOS, like I don't think something should be banned outright. Like if something is like straight up like breaks the terms of service, like just doing outright hate speech or depicting minors being assaulted in a graphic way, then it's like, yeah, fucking don't show that. Like that is something that shouldn't be like sold on a platform like Steam. But I mean, if it's just like the game was too scary, it was too bloody, it's like, well, then put a mature rating on it, like gate it off from, make it 18 plus only. Like that's why there is the 18 plus tag on Steam. Let's see. They did try to appeal and it got rejected. Wow. It got rejected, huh? That is a rarity. Usually if something goes through the appeal process, like unless someone is like shelling out slop or mail, or because the only time I ever really hear about a game getting banned on is like because it's like it's a malicious game, right? Like the crypto scammer games you always hear about, how there's games out there that will like literally steal your crypto wallet. Like that poor guy who was like suffering from stage 4 cancer, and basically like some crypto scammer game like stole his entire crypto wallet and that like the wallet that he was using to pay for all his chemotherapy. Now, luckily, you know, someone started a Kickstarter and got the money back for him. But it's crazy that there's like assholes out there that would do this. Luckily, the developer of that game, like the developer of that game was such a shitbag that after he stole all the money from the crypto wallet, he had the tenacity to like post on social media about like, oh, look at this cool, I just got $32,000 from this crypto wallet I just stole from. It's like, what a fucking shitbag. And so he was very like, he was lambasted on the on public media, but honestly, I hope he gets sued. Let's see, it had a mature tag from the start. It didn't get released on Steam because of the ban. This game deserve a big prison time for that. No, 100%. Like the dude who did that, like, well, I mean, anyone who steals from their, like, if someone is buying your game on a Steam platform and then you have the fucking tenacity to like steal their crypto wallet, like, first off, there's a special place in hell just for you, in my opinion. Like, that is some fucking bullshit. But then to steal it from a dude who's using that money for his chemotherapy treatment, is like a double, like, definitely deserves to be in like the deepest pits of hell. Yeah. Also crazy, like, which also just goes back to how the US is a crazy place to me, that a person who like is in desperate need of like medical treatment for a life-saving condition has to use cryptocurrency to pay for it rather than just allowing his government, like, you know, opposed to every other nation on the planet, just having universal health care and not allowing their citizens to die of a treatable disease because it's considered a human right. Anywho, all right, well, now I'm curious. I am super curious about the game Horses and why it was. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and buy it, but I am very curious on why it got banned. I am sorry, chat. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I'm trying to do it quietly so you guys can't hear me. Okay, so one thing that was recently discovered in the court trial, I'm going to go back to Subnautica because I find this lawsuit to be very, very interesting. Definitely a lawsuit that is well deserved. It's bullshit to like to purposely sabotage your own development cycle so that way you can dodge giving out a bonus that you've promised in compensation, which personally, any studio that offers bonuses is automatically a red flag to me, because there's so many studios out there that try to negotiate lower salaries on developers in promises of a bonus, but then very rarely actually ever follow through on that promise. So it's like basically a carrot on a stick. One studio that is very notorious about this is fucking Blizzard. Blizzard has been doing this for decades. They use their prestige and the promise of big bonuses to basically like negotiate terrible salaries for all their employees. It's why I will never ever fucking work for Blizzard. And like, bless the heart of the developers there that are just trying their best to make good games, because Lord knows their CEOs and all the other corpos, all the other lizard folk in charge of Blizzard are doing everything in their power to fuck with their art that they're trying to make. And it's really a heartbreaking situation. It's an artistic horror game about abuse and stuff. Interesting. If that guy dies of cancer because of this, the scammers need to be charged with indirect murder. Oh, 100%. I completely agree with you, Ryan. I completely agree with you. Well, you know, the guy who has the cancer is a streamer. Like so like basically he streams to help raise money for his chemotherapy, and he does crypto like exchange to also help raise money for it. And like basically like on his stream, someone told him like, hey, you should download this game and play it live on stream. So he did, and the game was basically just malware that stole from his crypto wallet. That's the long and short of the story. You can find more about it on YouTube. There's like tons of documentaries about it, because it's such a sad and heartbreaking story. Luckily, like I said, though, the guy got the money back, and we don't know what happened to I don't know what happened to the crypto scammer. Like, hopefully maybe he was tracked down and charged later. But back to the Subnautica story. Apparently the lawsuit now is up to $250 million in fining towards them, so that's fucking cool. I hope they win that case, because shady like studio heads need to be held accountable. Like, there is so many studio heads that are just prying on taking advantage of fucking developers who are just trying their best to make a kick-ass game. And like, these people need to be fucking held accountable. So I hope that lawsuit goes through, and I hope the CEO gets fucking raked over the coals. And I hope the developers, they find good art. Like, this is the thing. I never want, like, developers are very rarely ever responsible for your favorite games not panning out correctly. Usually it's fucking lizard brain CEOs that are just like trying to mid-max as much money out of short-term goals and never look at the longevity of their studio, because they never stay in the studio long enough for them to like justify like long-term investment. They don't care about stability. They just want to survive to the next quarter and get a fat bonus and then fucking ditch. Which is heartbreaking. At this point, if there was any job I would want to be replaced by fucking AI, it's CEOs. Let's just get rid of CEOs in general and just have fucking AI do it, because they're already emotionless lizard brains that are usually running most boards. So I say, like, forget them. Let's just get rid of all of them, and let's just enter hyper final stage of capitalism and just have like Skynet running the boards now. It's where it's all going anyways. Let's see. Corpos rotted everything to the core, like parasitic leeches or vampires of resources. Oh, 100%. Completely agree with you on that. Okay. So now that we've talked about some sad news and then some good news, let's talk about some more good news, which is Insomniac Games, which is a game studio that makes fucking bangers like the Spider-Man games. They also used to make the Tony Hawk games that I really love. Just dropped the trailer a few weeks ago for the new Wolverine game, which, as a Wolverine fan, because like I'll be honest, like I've always been a huge Wolverine fan. I am super excited that a studio like Insomniac is trying to make like a legit good because Wolverine has been fucking just fucked over so many times by so many games. Wolverine, like, there's been so many Wolverine games out there that's just done Wolverine dirty, and I'm really excited to see what Insomniac does. I have no doubt they're fucking gonna nail this project, so I'm pretty excited about it. Like, I'm pretty pumped. And I really, really want to see what they make of it. So that is really, really cool. And hopefully it'll be pretty dope. So that's some other like super fun and exciting gaming news. You know what though, chat? Would you, after I get the VTuber model made, would you all want to see me play the Cosmic Invasion, like, beat 'em up game on stream, or just any beat 'em up game? Because I can literally gush for hours on beat 'em up games. I really, really enjoy them. I mean, personally, I personally really, really enjoy them. I think they're pretty darn neat. Also, chat, my bit rate seems to have gotten a bit better, so I might be able to actually start letting people in the stream now if anybody wants to join. If anybody wants to come in, hang out, have a good time. All right, I need to adjust my show. Oh, shit. I just knocked over my water bottle. I need to adjust my show notes so I can read the next paragraph. So let me just go to my show notes and scroll up a bit. There we go. Okay. And then we'll just turn around real quick. Hopefully my body didn't get that crunkly. Oh, fuck. My foot is really starting to hurt me, chat. Oh, you know what? Wait, I have a foot pillow I've been using so I can work with my busted foot, but it's over there, and I don't really want to interrupt stream anymore. More so than I already have been. All right, so chat. There is one thing I've been wanting to talk about, and that is I wanted to chit chat about holidays. Like, the holidays are upon us. We're in the holiday season now officially. We're in December. December, I just consider, because like I'm not actually Christian, so like I mean I still celebrate Christmas because it is a fun holiday to celebrate, but I'm not actually Christian, and or Catholic. Well, I'm Latino, so technically I was Catholic, but I'm not Catholic anymore. But I like to celebrate like the winter solstice. I like to celebrate the entire month of December because it's a cold and dark month, and I just want to fill it with light and joy. So, and it is a holiday I generally enjoy. I enjoy this time of year. Grab the pillow. Okay, Chad, I'll grab the pillow. You might see me crunkle up a bit more, but yeah, I probably shouldn't strain and push myself and not have the small comforts that I need to not make my foot fall apart into a million fucking pieces. There we go. Oh, that feels much nicer than having it on the hard floor. Holy shit. Oh my god, that pillow is a lifesaver, admittedly. Okay, so chat. We're in December, we're in the holiday season. I know I'm not wearing holiday gear, but that's going to change soon. After stream, I'm going to be working on some stuff. So, normally, I would have, like, something in the vault already. But it's coming. I'm going to be making a festive holiday hat that you can wear. So it's going to be coming very soon. I'll be bringing back the Santa hat. And so last year I did have a Santa hat, but it was not in the vault. Oh, hey, cat jumped in my lap. Which cat? Aw, it's a Mooney. Mooney jumped in my lap. I have the other kitty cat now. Hi, girl. How you doing? Aw, she's being a cutie patootie. Oh, next Spooky's coming meowing. He got jealous. He heard me talking to his sister and petting her, and he's like, "What about me, Papa? Where's my pets?" Okay, so, chat. You getting comfy, Mooney? She's trying to figure out where to lay. She's like, I don't know where to lay down. All right, she's going now. She's decided my lap wasn't that comfortable after all. That's what happens when you're skinny. Okay, so the holiday season's upon us, which means I need to make holiday-themed things for the vault. So this December, I'll actually be making two things for the vault. I'm going to be making a cute little Santa hat that you can put on your Abby. So that will be coming out over the next couple days. I was actually trying to model it today before the stream, but it didn't turn out so well. I was actually trying to use my 3D scanner. So I have like a fun 3D scanner that I've been wanting to use to make clothing, but the scan didn't turn out so well. And honestly, a Santa hat is pretty easy to model. So I'm just going to model my own Santa hat. Or grab the one that I used last year for my own avatar. And post it in the treasure trove. So a Santa hat is going to be coming very soon. So if you are subscribed to the channel, you should have access to the vault, which is a secret channel on the Discord that is only available to those who are subscribed to the channel, or is a server booster. Like basically you have to have Discord Nitro and you have to boost the Discord server. If you have either one of those two, you have access to the vault. And for the month of December, I'm going to be dropping two assets. I'm going to be dropping a Santa hat, which will be coming very soon. And I'm going to be dropping a New Year's asset because I want people to have fun New Year's Eve assets to wear. Even though I personally, unfortunately, will not be around for the New Year's Eve celebration because I'll be having an IRL party. But everybody else is, for those who will be celebrating, because I know VR chat always has a big New Year's Eve ball drop in VR, which is pretty fucking cool. I personally have never seen the ball drop in VR, just because I'm always watching the ball drop IRL. Mostly because I like to celebrate the New Year's with I like to have a little New Year's party and have people around me. So I will be dropping some year 2026 glasses. So they're like, like those novelty sunglasses people wear for the New Year's. I'll be dropping those. So yeah, that'll be dropping. So get ready for those two assets. They're going to be dropping back to back. They are free for those who are subscribers. So that's pretty exciting. The next thing I want to talk about is the winter solstice holiday party. Now I know last year I threw a pretty big pretty big Christmas party. Yeah, well, winter solstice. We'll call it the winter solstice party. I threw a pretty big one last year, almost as big as the Halloween party. This year, I will not be doing that. I am not going to be throwing a massive party like I did last year. However, we will still do a winter solstice party. It's just, basically what we're going to do is turn one of the meetups into a party. So, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, P-Tex. I made myself a sandwich. Yeah. Sandwiches are always good. What type of sandwich did you make? I'm kind of curious on what people put on their sandwich. So yeah, we are going to have a winter solstice party, but it's going to be a much smaller thing, and it will probably be on the. Well, I'll talk to the. Should I put it up to vote, or should I just talk to the admins? I think I'll just chat with the admins and find out what day works good for all of them as well. Because obviously we need admins for the party to make sure that if there's any troublemakers that they can, moderate it and ban them and stuff like that. So I think bread, peanut butter, cheese, homemade pickle, red bell peppers, and mayo. Interesting combo. Bread, butter, cheese, homemade pickle, red bell peppers, and mayo. Yeah, you know what? It's interesting combo. Everything sounds pretty good to me except for the mayo. I'm not a big mayo guy. But all around sounds pretty good. Very vegan, actually. Like, you don't... well, I guess the cheese and the butter isn't vegan. Very vegetarian. And the mayo isn't. Mayo is actually not vegan either. Never mind. None of it's vegan, but it's all vegetarian at least. There's no animals were killed in the process. So yeah. So look forward to that. I'm not going to announce the date today, but I will be announcing the date for the winter party in the Discord. If anybody wants to be the DJ for the winter party, let me know, as we will need a DJ for the event. But if not, worst case scenario is we'll just get a playlist going. But look forward to that. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm pretty hyped. I always enjoy it. I just enjoy a good excuse to hang out, drink, and have fun. So look forward to that. And yeah. May even do a Secret Santa. I don't know. I'll ask the Discord if they want to do a Secret Santa. I think that'd be pretty fun. Okay. And then the last thing I want to talk about is, let's see. Oh, and also too, chat, I have a question for you, chat. How do you feel about snow? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you one of those people out there that just absolutely hates the winter months because you hate snow? Or do you generally like it? Personally, I really like snow. I think snow is fun. I think snow is really enjoyable. I all around just have a good time with snow. But I'd like to know your opinion on it. P-Tex, are you okay? Are you choking? Hey, fuck. Can someone call P-Tex and make sure they're okay and not choking on their sandwich? Oh, God. Okay, you dropped your mayo on your keyboard. Fuck. Dude, I had a heart attack. Also, this is why you should not keep jars of food on your desk. Like that salsa. Second off, I had a fucking heart attack, buddy. I thought, like, when somebody tells me they're eating food and then I just see a spam of weird letters on their keyboard, I can only assume they're choking and, like, they're trying to call for help and they're panicking. Like, holy cow. I'm glad I dropped from the sandwich. Okay. I'm glad you're okay though, P-Tex. I would have died if something happened. If something serious happened. And then I tried to clean the keyboard. Oh my god. Well, at least you're okay though. You're okay. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad there's no super serious thing that happened and that you you know, you're not choking on your sandwich. I honestly don't know what I would do if something were to happen to you. Also, I see Ryan, you put, I crave snow. I'm glad you're a fellow snow enjoyer. I also like the snow. Now, my girlfriend will like tease me because when this winter months come, I leave my apartment less. But it's not because I don't like snow, it's because I don't like the cold. But because I work from home, I don't have to go outside into the cold. I can just enjoy the snow from the comfort of my cozy apartment in my cozy pajamas. So personally, I really like the snow, but that's just because I don't have to commute to a job. I work from home 24/7, so like for me, the snow is just a very pretty aesthetic to look at. Also, I do enjoy winter sports. I enjoy skiing, I enjoy ice skating, like I enjoy doing sporting activities in the snow. And then I try to clean the keyboard. Okay. Phew. Honestly, I'm glad you're okay, P-Tex. I really am. Because, like I said, though, like, if something were to happen, I would be like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Okay. So, chat. What's the vibe everyone has right now? Just FYI. If you're feeling good and you're having a good time, just put a 1 in chat real quick. Put a 1 in chat. Let me know you're feeling good and you're feeling fine. Here when it snowed recently in the city, didn't plow all the sidewalks and it was super slippery everywhere. Oh, that sucks. I hate when that happens. I don't know why this city skips on sidewalks. They know people walk everywhere. 1. Hell yeah. All right. Glad to see the chat is alive. They're feeling good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm super glad to hear that. But yeah, honestly, like the whole like cities not plowing their sidewalks is weird to me. Like luckily Montreal does have that shit in lockdown. Like the second there's even just a little bit of, like it's so weird. So their construction is awful. Worst city I've ever lived in when it comes to like road construction shit. But when it comes to snow plows, like they have their fucking A game on. Like they just like snow will not sit on the streets or the sidewalk for more than 30 minutes before they just come in and clear that shit out. And like they don't just clear it out, like they don't just push it to the side. They like snow blow it. Like a big, like imagine a big snow plow truck, but instead of like pushing the snow, it's like a giant snow plow. So it's just like sucking up the snow and then shooting it out the back. And then they don't just like blow it like to the side of the road. They blow it into a semi-truck bed that is following behind them. So there's always 2 trucks in tandem together. One that is just sucking up the snow and blowing it, and the other one that's just catching it. And they have that shit in such lockdown and such good coordination that the trucks like run side by side. It's actually super impressive to see. If you want to see it, like go onto YouTube and just go look up Montreal snow plows. Like it's honestly a sight to behold. Let's see. Hello. Yeah, no, give me white sands and salt water any day of the week over frozen water of any kind. Listen, I love the ocean. I love sand and I love the salty seawater. Like I am a surfer boy at heart. But snowy weather has a novelty to me. Maybe because I didn't live in like snowy climates my whole life. So like it's a fun novelty to me and I enjoy it. Like it's fun. I like ice skating around. And it is much easier to keep your PC cool because like if my studio space starts to overheat because of all the VR equipment and the 3D printing, I literally can just open up the window and the cold air will just drop the whole room by 10 degrees. Which is really nice because with hot places, right? Like you have to burn more electricity to keep your place cool. Did you know that all the snow plows in North Islands have official names, and you can track them online? Oh, that's cute. I love that. That is really, really cute. I like that. Let's see. Serendip said, I should go to sleep soon, but I'm rewatching a friend's stream to make clips. I love helping him however I can. Oh, no, that's so sweet. if you wanted to make clips of my stream, I would be very grateful for them. Matter of fact, if you do make clips that you're proud of, I'll even feature it on my TikTok and YouTube channel, because honestly, I need more content there. So any clips you can make, I deeply appreciate it. But you know what? The problem is, I know my streams, and I've mentioned this many times before, because like I have this like very chill chatting format that's a little countercultural in nature. I'm a very difficult person to clip. There is not many like high octane, goofy, high energy moments that you can clip. Like this is just like a very chill dialogue that we have back and forth chat. And so I know it's very, very difficult. Unless you get me riled up about something, I know I'm not the most clippable Twitch streamer. But honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm trying to give a different vibe here. But if you do manage to get a good clip of it, let me know. Drop it in the clip channel on the Discord so I can feature it on YouTube and TikTok. I misread that. It was Scotland. It was Scotland. Either way, that's still super cute. The names are amazing. Most of them are puns. Hell yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that they're mostly puns. Like That's really good. I like that. That's a funny one, VTEX. They always want goofy sillies and memes. Their brains rotted. Well, I mean, can you blame them though? Like, it's not that their brains are rotted. It's just that I don't want to be one of those people who are just like blame the parents, because everybody. At the end of the day, we're all human and we're trying to do the best that we can. But like putting like completely accessible entertainment in front of children all day with no actual need of like engaging simulation was prone to like cause adverse effects, right? Like kids need to be able to get bored and then use their like I always come up when I was a child, and this is true even as an adult. This is why I go to coffee shops sometimes and I don't bring things with me to distract me. Being bored is an important aspect to human creativity. Like, you need to let people be bored so they can use their imagination and create creative things. And so when you put like constant stimulation and constant like no effort entertainment in front of them, like the kids, they're children, right? They never stood a chance. It's like we gave like giving iPads and phones to kids is like we basically just gave them crack. And like looking at younger generations being like, they only want silly clips and deep fried memes, their brain is rotted. It's like, yeah, but fucking who rotted their brains? We did. Like, we have to have a level of accountability for this, in my opinion. Like, we are the brain rotters. So whenever a kid, whenever a younger person on the internet's like, I can't help but enjoy brain rot entertainment, I just think damn, millennials and Gen Xers, we failed you, Gen Zs, and Gen Alphas, I apologize. On behalf of my generation, I apologize. We have nobody else to blame for that brain rot but us. Getting mad at it's like getting mad to a drug addict being like, stop doing those drugs. It's like, well, how about we, stop putting drugs accessible everywhere for them to use. Not saying that, internet is a drug, I'm not trying to equate saying they're equally as bad, but, not allowing children to get bored and then be creative is a crime in itself, in my opinion. But the problem is there's so many parents out there that have to deal with constant stress and pressure from jobs and the level of productivity and engagement that we have to do now is so much more intense than previous generations that it's understandable that parents would go to a quick fix and be like, it's too much, I can't do all of this and keep my child entertained, so here's an iPad, here's an iPhone. And it's just having that instant access like that, it's gonna do adverse effects to the brain. Led Zeppelin, that is a cute meme. I love that, PTEX. That one's my favorite one. Oh, I get it completely. And also Icebreaker. Nice, that is a good one. I fully agree. Older generations always spare themselves the blame for the generations they raise. that's it, right? They always fucking try to like dodge the chaos and pandemonium that they created. And like that's basically what the boomers did. That's like boomer strategy 101 is being like, you know, proceed to grow up in the most prosperous era of American, you know, history ever. Proceed to buy up all properties. Basically instantly climbs the success ladder and then pulls up the ladder behind them and then yells at everyone else being like, you just need to work harder. It's like, hey, how about fuck you? And so when I look at like the Gen Z and Alpha generation and them being, you know, suffering from like the inability to pay attention, you know, for long periods of time, the constant anxiety and pressure of like having to, you know, feel they need to perform their very best because social media has like brainwashed them to be like, you know, everybody's living their best life, and if you're not living your best life, fuck you. Like that's 100% like it's from, you know, it's millennials. It's from us putting this shit online, and you know, like I completely hold my generation accountable for this, and I apologize. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making content creation. Just means I'm just not gonna allow anyone under the 18, hopefully, to view my content creation. Matter of fact, if you're under the age of 18, thank you for watching, but please get off the computer, you know, hang out with some friends, get bored, get creative, and then when you are 18, come on back. It's getting real Skibbity Ohio out there for real, no cap. God damn it, Ryan. All right, I gotta go now. Have a great night, everyone. Good night. Aw, you have a great night as well, Serendip. And, you know, I'll look forward to seeing you again real soon. Sleep well, my friend. Also, no pressure on the clipping. I was kidding. You know, like, you don't, like, I don't want anyone to feel like they have pressure to clip my streams. You know what, though, chat? I'm thinking, because my foot is really hurting, and I am feeling a little tired. So I did, you know, not that I caught like a bad cold from the trip, but like interacting with all these people, because it was like, you know, they flew everyone to the office, so there was like hundreds of people there, and so like being exposed to all these people for like days on end, and then being at the airport for so many hours, I do feel like I caught a little bit of a cold. So like with my foot hurting and this cold kind of kicking my ass, I think we're going to end stream a little early, and I know I started a little late, so you're getting a much, much shorter stream. But I always believe it's better to stream on a high note than to drag on a stream for hours on end endlessly and you know, and like go out to quiet putter. So I think this is where we're going to end the stream for the night. Just know, I do have one favor to ask. If you could all stick around, though, for the raid, I would deeply appreciate it. As raiding helps boost the algorithm, and the more people I take with me in the raid just helps me boost me in discovery on Twitch, which I am trying to grow. I know I'm just a hobbyist streamer, but all the same, I want to do the best I can do and you know, grow my audience, entertain, and reach out to more people. So if you can stick around for the raid, I'd deeply appreciate that. But don't worry, I'll make sure to raid out to somebody fun, entertaining, and in the same spectrum as me. Someone who is very punk tactics. So until then, take care. I'll see you all next Monday. I will be at the community meetup this Saturday. Don't worry. I know I missed the last one. It's just because I was flying last Saturday, and then the Saturday before that I was here. Like basically, it's kind of weird. Both Saturdays I was flying, so I couldn't really attend the meetup. But I will be here this Saturday. And as always, I will be in the Discord hanging out. So, you know, come join the Discord. Hang out with us there. We do have a PAL World server, which I'll be turning back online now. I know I had to turn it off. I'm probably going to have to give a router a quick restart because it's weird that I have this much data compression going on. Like, I don't think I've ever been in VR chat and experienced this much data compression. So that's a little weird. So I'll probably give the router a quick restart, and then after the restart, I will get the PAL World server back up. And if you want to join the PAL World server, you have to join the Discord. So come on, join the Discord, be a part of the Treasure Trove community, hang out with other cool beings besides just me. I mean, I'm pretty cool, but there are even cooler beings in the Discord than me there. So come join, it'll be lots of fun. We're just a chill, fun-loving group. And I want to wish everybody a good night who stuck with me at the stream. like the amazing Fenrir, Ryan, Serendip, P-Tex, Portable. If I missed your name, I apologize. But I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful night, and I will see you all next week. Until then, take care. And you made a new sandwich. This time, Nutella and mayo. P-Tex, that I do not agree with. Nutella and mayo should not go together. But until then, actually, Ryan, I want to read your message real quick before I go. I become more generally spiritual, and have realized that I should have stayed on the path of art and illustration and forgo everything else. It seems I've started to awaken. That's beautiful, man. Like, keep on it. Keep working on that art and illustration. Like, we only have one life to live. So, matter of fact, if I wanted to have one final message for this stream, it would be this. Which, don't worry, it's not the final message. Like, there'll be another stream. But the message I want to leave you all tonight to think about this week is we all only have one go on this planet. We have one life to live. That's it. Try to live your best life. Don't, I know it's easy to say don't worry about the money because we need money to live, but money does fucking come and go. And honestly, it's just it's the corpos that want you to worry about money. What you should worry about is, do you enjoy what you do? Or even if you don't enjoy what you do you enjoy what you're doing outside of your work? Like, are you finding fulfillment in your life? And if not, take the time to let yourself get bored and find that fulfillment. Like, put away the distractions, put down the phones, turn off the computer screens, let yourself get bored, let yourself get creative, and find what gives you that fulfillment. And if you already have it, stick with it, and don't let anyone sway you from it, because God damn it, this is your life, and no one should be telling you how to live it. Until then, have a beautiful night, and I'll see you all next week.